And we're live here on the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. Coming on board, and we are now on. Hey, Bubbles, we're live, Bubbles. Like, yeah. You do it every day. Except we didn't do it Friday. So I apologize for not doing it Friday. Other things came up. But we'll do a fun thing this coming Friday. I got some ideas with fall coming up that kind of done in the past. So we'll do that again. And this is 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. I am Greg Mester, Scrum Master and Agile Coach. And I hope you're doing well today. Today, I want to talk about perfection. What did I put? Being perfect versus getting feedback. And I just wanted to share some things because everyone has their times and their days. And it looks like we are going live, so that's good. I just wanted to check my phone, make sure we're out there broadcasting. So I worked in starting the coffee business this weekend and turned it on live a little bit, soft launch per se. And I want to talk about some feedback I got from people, family members, and just some things we've done, and the battle between perfection and just getting feedback. So we'll talk about that today. And it's not an IT thing, right? So this Agile principle can apply to definitely non-IT. Though part of it is IT, but it has some everything has IT in it nowadays. Don't kid yourselves. So 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. I am Greg Mester, Scrum Master and Agile Coach. And here we talk about Scrum and Agile in a very practical and tactical way so that you can bring value to your customers, not work crazy hours to get there, and have a little fun along the way. So this weekend, got my coffee thing, right? We launched our coffee business officially, kind of thing. Officially, semi-officially. I got to do some social media stuff out there and put it out there to get going. But we did turn it on, and people were able to buy our coffee. So it was very interesting discussions. So a couple things went along the way. And the reason why I'm sharing this, because even I have fears and things about showing off what we did and getting feedback. It's a difficult thing, but it's a a good thing, right? You get all kinds of feedback, and I want to give some thought. So one of my partner who owns the shop would comment about being perfect and want to have things just right and this and that. And I'm like, but I want to get feedback because I want to make sure this is good and this is valuable. And the sooner we get feedback, people like it, the better we're going to be. But there's also a balance there between having perfection, lots of ideas. I'm like, we have years of ideas we can generate and how to promote this and share and inform and educate people on coffee. We will get there. We will do that because there's a lot that we got to do. And we have time, but we also got to sell some coffee so we can make some money and pay the barista and everybody who's working in the shop so they can do their thing. And I'm using this as an experiment, to be honest with you, learning how different retail systems operate, how the retail market is. I am getting feedback on that whole environment. Plus, I like coffee. I like it. What are you going to say? So we're dealing with that a little bit. I want the perfect logo and with the perfect graphic. I want all that. I'm like, yeah, but we can always change that and use that change as a way of, hey, we have a new logo. Tell us what you think about it. There's all that feedback loop that we get engaging with the customer. So we're bouncing back and forth. But here's one of the things. So turned on the site, got it going. Put a limited, did everything work there? Did it shut down and stop taking orders when we wanted it to stop taking orders? And how does it look like to a person who's buying coffee? And it's just a local thing. So don't think this is a worldwide effort and worldwide delivery. No, it's just local in our local neighborhood for now, right? And so I did that. But then I told my family the other day, because we were there celebrating my wife's birthday, and I'm talking to my nephew and my sister and just saying, soon as I tell them I'm in the coffee business, my sister's like, you're in the coffee business. Ah. So she's like checking it out. What do you got? What are you doing? What are you doing? My nephew's sitting there. He finds the URL, goes on the site, finds things, but it was interesting. There were certain things that I saw in his reaction to what he saw which indicated I was on the right path. Say I was timid about telling my family what I was doing, showing what the product is. It's still really rough and really raw, and there's a lot of carryover from previous sessions. I'm not a big fan of the software that's being used. It's very limited, but it can be better, but just got to figure it all out. And then when he saw one thing, I saw his eyes light up. This is where you get the visual cue and the feedback, where you do a video or you do it in person. In person is always best for this feedback thing from the sprint review perspective. But if you can do a sprint review, always have the video on, especially your customer, because you want to look for that visual reaction to what they see. And he said, da 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 da, ooh. And I saw his eyes light up, right? So those are the visual cues you get in a personal with video on sprint review, right? They go, ooh, what's that? Ooh, that's interesting. And that's what I was looking for. And he found it by accident, because I'll be honest with you, I didn't know the page was turned on for the site, because the way it said it was just draft. I'm like, oh, cool, it's just draft out there. But he found it. I'm like, oh, shoot. Stuff's out there. I had to be careful with the software, but it was good because it was minor. Most people aren't going out to the site, but it was interesting, the reaction. But I wouldn't have got that reaction if I wasn't there in person, or if the video wasn't turned on. So from a Scrum perspective, if you're doing sprint reviews, highly recommend, especially in a virtual environment, that you turn on video, because you want to see the reaction of your client and how they react, facial, that feedback, because I would have never picked up on that little piece of feedback that was very good if I wasn't there in person. So again, when you do your sprint reviews, do it live, do it with the video on. And that's my lesson learned. So there's perfection, little demo, getting that feedback on something. Even though we weren't ready, you just got to go with it, right? I was scared to go to do the feedback route. To be honest with you, it happens to the best of us, but it's always valuable information. So with that, I wanted to share a little coffee experience with you all, and more to come as we go. I will share lessons learned in the though it is IT, because I built something, but the world of Agile thought process and everything like that. So that's all I had for today on Monday, and I wish you the best. We'll see you tomorrow night. Tomorrow night should be interesting with the news, because of the fact that they raised interest rates and the stock market crashed on Friday. So, well, it didn't crash, but it went down pretty good. Hey, Rob. Take care. I hope things are good for you, and see you all later. Take care. Bye. Happy scrumming.